Ladies and gentlemen, the broad tourism industry in the first 6 months of this year has got an outstanding result. This result has been achieved by the effort to find direction in order to develop the growing tourism industry for many last year of the Provincial Party Committee and the government. The strong role of the tourism industry is also the driving force for tourism businesses to build linkage to create many new tourism products, attract tourists, and create a foundation for tourism to develop sustainably.
After a long time of being frozen due to the impact of the COVID-19 epidemic, the tourism industry has been active again. From March 15, 2022, Vietnam officially opened the whole tourism industry. Tay Ninh has also created favorable conditions for tourism businesses to recover. Program of tourism stimulation, promotion of destinations, tourism promotion plans, communication programs for tourists have been implemented in various forms. Tourism enterprises build incoming and outcoming tours, promote a friendly image of Tay Ninh tourism, ready to ensure on resources and material facilities to serve domestic and international tourists, strive to attract visitors with the highest level. Mr. Truong Van Hung, Director of Tay Ninh Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, said that in early 2022, the tourism industry began to open up, and Tay Ninh's tourism industry immediately developed strongly. Tay Ninh has built many contents, plans, and programs to stimulate tourism. Notably, there is a policy of free admission to the mountain tourist area for domestic and international tourists. The investor has built and put into operation many new works on the top of Baden Mountain. Besides, there are many famous attractions in Tay Ninh, such as Logo Smart National Park, Tay Ninh Holy See, Binh Thanh Ancient Tower, Truong Ancient Tower, Lanh Rock Mountain Lake, La Farmstay, etc., bringing many new experiences have been attracting many tourists. As participating in this tour, I feel very excited and looking forward to today. There will be a lot of activities at the foot of Baden Mountain, and we'll be trying after many months staying at home. Coming to Tay Ninh, visitors are also attracted by ecotourism sites with broad countryside close to nature. Typically, La Farmstay Farm is located in Hưng Thuận Commune, Truong Van Hung. It is in these destinations that tourists can experience a lot of interesting things. I have traveled for a long time. Actually, I don't dare to travel in crowded places, but through friends' recommendations, introducing this place with few people, I let my children experience the atmosphere in the countryside. It's very interesting. It is different from the bustling atmosphere in the city. Come here to relax, enjoy the peaceful fresh air. I find it very interesting. Even my children love the atmosphere here as soon as they arrive at this wooden house that is hard to find in the city. When I come to La Farmstay, it is a very enjoyable experience for my family and the staff. Here I experience a lot of emotions. Tay Ninh is very hot, but there are a lot of green trees and more lakes around here, so in my opinion, I really like it. You can see there is a third house with the earth wall, a rural setting. And in the distance is what we call the aviary. That's very wonderful, as watching the sunrise. It's wonderful. This is a very enjoyable experience. We can enjoy beautiful nature with delicious food, so we should try going to La Farmstay. Coating rice paper by yourself, enjoying the wetted rice paper rolled with boiled meat will be assured that any visitor will feel satisfied. I find this area very cool, comfortable, suitable for my family's picnic. Thien Ninh also has a destination that attracts domestic and foreign tourists, that is Logo Samat National Park, because it is very diverse in habitat with their high biodiversity. Especially interesting when visitors can see the red brown cranes, which stop at tunnel clearing during the migration season when they fly across the middle of the Mekong Delta to their breeding place in Cambodia. In the first 6 months of 2022, Tay Ninh welcomed more than 1.2 million tons of staying visitors and 10,000 tons of travelers, increasing 1,090%. Tourist arrivals increased by over 102%. It can be seen that it has been a long time since Tay Ninh tourism has been as vibrant as the past 6 months. The number of tourists increased very quickly, especially on weekends and public holidays. This is good news for the Thien Ninh tourism industry. Vietnam's tourism situation is recovering with extremely fast speed because the visitors were staying at home for a long time due to the epidemic, and with the mentality of wanting to travel, the number of visitors is very large. And even the overload of tourism businesses, from personnel to transportation, staying tourism on the weekend is also very crowded. During the time before the epidemic until now, Hung Sen Việt still maintains its tours, that is Welcome to Tay Ninh, which welcomes on tourists from other provinces to Tay Ninh to visit. Recently, Mr. Võ Đức Trọng, standing Vice Chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee, signed the promulgation of the Tourism Development Plan of Tay Ninh Province to 2025 and orientation to 2030. According to this plan, Tay Ninh aims to develop the tourism industry into a spearhead economic sector by 2030, contributing to the province's GDP over 10%. With such a set goal, the province requires the functional authorities to effectively exploit the available potentials and advantages, focusing on developing tourism products, building a unique tourism brand, making Baden Mountain National Tourist Area to become a high-class tourist area of the region and the whole country. In addition, it should focus on enhancing the value chain, increasing the proportion of tourism in the GDP, creating a driving force for the province's socio-economic development, preserving and exploiting natural and cultural resources, developing cultural tourism, preserving and promoting heritage values and national cultural identity, building diversified, professional and systematic tourism products and services with a relatively seamless and modern technical base, products with high quality, diversity and high competitiveness to meet the needs of domestic and international tourists. Applying 4.0 technology in tourism promotion, gradually developing smart tourism, training professional human resources, creating more jobs and increasing people's incomes, improving the competitiveness of Tay Ninh tourism. By 2025, Padang Mountain Tourist Area will reach the standard of a national tourist area, become a high-class tourist area of the region and the country, and be the focal point to lead, connect, and spread the local and southeastern region tourism. Thereby, it has settled about 7,400 employees working in the tourism industry, in which the direct labor is about 2,600 people. The indirect labor of the society is about 4,800 people. Tourism revenue in the 2021-2025 period will reach 9,000 billion Vietnam dong. Revenue from travel services in the period of 2021-2025 reaches 130 billion Vietnam dong. The number of tourists in the period of 2021-2025 reaches 18 million tons. By 2030, tourism is a key economic sector, contributing over 10% of GDP, strongly promoting the development of other industries and fields. The growth rate of tourism revenue increases by an average of 25% per year or more. Average expenditure of tourists to Tay Ninh reaches over 1.3 million Vietnam dong per person per day. It has so about 21,000 jobs related to tourism industry, in which direct labor is about 7,000 people. Indirect labor of the society is about 14,000 people. Tourism revenue in the period of 2026-2030 will reach 35,000 billion Vietnam dong. Revenue from travel services in the period of 2026-2030 reaches 235 billion Vietnam dong. Tourists in the period of 2026-2030 reaches 37 million tons. Except for continuously renewing the awareness and thinking on tourism development upon levels, sectors, people, the province also emphasizes focusing on attracting investment in tourism development, reviewing and simplifying administrative procedures for business registration in the direction of simplicity, facilitating the registration of business establishment, improving the investment environment, creating conditions for businesses with the most preferential policies in tourism development investment, maximizing facilitation and support for business to innovate, encouraging large enterprises to invest in performing their leading role for innovative startups to develop, effectively implementing the Government Resolution No. 2, dated January 1, 2021, on continuing to perform the main tasks and solutions to improve the business environment and enhance national competitiveness in 2021, being public and transparent in administrative procedures related to investment and business registration, shortening the time to settle administrative procedures in attracting investment, strengthening post-inspection work on investment projects that have been slow to be implemented and projects that have been implemented but not effective. Regarding the development of infrastructure, material and technical facilities for tourism, especially traffic infrastructure, it completes investment and put into operation the projects connecting Tay Ninh with neighboring provinces and key projects such as Ho Chi Minh Mộc Bài Expressway, Ho Chi Minh Road, section of Trân Thành Đức Hòa, connecting road from DT7H4 Tay Ninh to DT7W4 Bình Dương, DT7H2, DT7H4 roads, the interlinkage road connecting the region, NH, DT7H7B, DT7H9. It also implements investment in traffic projects according to the Master Plan and Medium-Term Public Investment Plan for the 2021-2025 period, focusing on routes connecting tourist areas and attractions in the province, the main traffic axis of Tay Ninh City. Currently, businesses trading in the tourism sector are excited and expect the fast recovery of the tourism industry to have strong growth in the last 6 months of the year. Currently, with the support of the local authorities at all levels, we think that, according to the resolution, this is also a push to gradually restore the tourism industry. The businesses are also very hopeful that the tourism industry will break the ice. In addition to Tay Ninh, we also plan to choose Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu as the next destination, along with Nha Trang, Phú Yên, Quy Nhơn, and we will also expand to the central and northern regions. In the tourism industry, in the coming time, we will create more tourism products, and customers will quickly return. Actually, tourism promotion activities in Tay Ninh are very strong because there is great support from Tay Ninh Department of Tourism as well as the Tourism Promotion Center, and especially now there are many tourism promotion activities related to YouTubers, TikTokers, beauty queens, run-ups. But in my opinion, it is very important to link tourist attractions with each other to offer a tour to be able to promote on that tour. Because basically we promote a lot of places, from forests, mountains, special structures, but we have not implemented the connection of those tours and introduced them to tourists in neighboring provinces yet. So what is needed is now how to bring our products to consumers on other provinces. I think what is necessary in the current period is to offer a product and a way to bring that product to those in need as traveling to Tay Ninh. Today, Tay Ninh tourism has made a strong move in both quality and quantity. Although it is an initial step, the growth in the number of traveling tourists, staying visitors, total revenue of the tourism industry in the first 6 months of 2022, along with the province policy and programs to stimulate tourism, we believe in stronger growth in the last 6 months and the following years. The goal of making the tourism industry become a spearhead economic sector by 2030, contributing about 10% to the province GDP, is a challenge but will soon become a reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the duration program wraps up now. Thanks for your attention and goodbye for now.